What's better TV, the NBA draft lottery or the NFL schedule release? In other words, shows about nothing.
That was unintentionally funny last night because there are people who really don't have much to do with the team or you don't care that they're there. Occasionally you'll get Kevin Love showed up one year. Keem Olajuwon was there for the Rockets. Elgin Baylor was always there for the Clippers. But for the most part, you're just going, all right, it's kind of a placeholder there, a seat filler. Hey, would you show up at the lottery and sit there and act enthusiastic? Hey, when they announce that we have the 6th overall pick, look really excited there. Because you had some people who were going, is this a good thing? Am I supposed to react here? Did we get what? And then the camera will focus on them, and then they realize they're on camera, and then they go, okay. Yay. Yeah, Paul.
You were not entertained by Sacramento Kings general manager Monty McNair and his reactions?
Not as much as I normally am.
How about the president of basketball operations, Mr. Excitement, Jeff Weltman of the Magic?
I was not as excited as I normally am.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's on you, though.
Yes, it might be.
Weltman?
Yeah.
Weltman is a maniac.
Oh, you get him out, get a couple of drinks in him.
You remember.
Yeah. Man, he's got some loose lips there.
Weltman.
Yeah. What else do you have?
All right, another poll question. Is the NBA draft still relevant? I know that sounds harsh, but I see the same 5 teams up there. I see the Orlando Magic picking 5 every year, and everyone's getting a 6'4" swing guard that they have no idea about.
Well, it feels like those swing guards are around 6'6" or 6'7" now.
Yeah.
So I think they've grown, but it feels like every draft is basically the same player, just from a different place in the United States or a foreign country, and they come in and, he's a 6'8" tweener. He can play point. He's got to work on his three-point shooting. It just feels like they sort of had that profile for just about everybody there. Yes,
But don't you feel like there was sort of a collective disappointment among maybe a handful of very talented young athletes last night when they saw Detroit number?
Well, only one. I think Cade Cunningham out of Oklahoma State. He's probably the one going, where am I going?
Oh, dear.
When's the last time Detroit basketball was relevant? It's been a long time.
Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton?
Maybe. It's been a long time.
It's not like the other options were so great. Do you want to be anything to do with the Houston Rockets right now? I know they have a bet.
I think I would.
Yeah, because you want the green light. That's why you want to go to Houston.
But if you're Cade Cunningham, you played at Oklahoma State. Now you're going to play at Houston. You're in a state, no income tax. You got a team that can be your team when you step in there. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if there were great options there, but it does feel like you're seeing these schools, and then you're not seeing the big schools, the big names that we normally see, and then you're seeing a G League team ignite, and I think get used to that. I think we're going to see more of this, where Nike's going to have its own league. You're just going to players are going to decide, hey, I can go to the G League, get paid, get developed, be a professional, play against pros, guys who have been in the league, and then I can be a lottery pick. And it feels like that's sort of where we're headed. It feels like there's more players who will look at that option. Whereas before we thought, oh, you're going to disappear. LaMelo Ball, he went overseas. He played in Australia and Lithuania, came back. He didn't miss a beat. I think if you can play, you can play. I think we look at, you're going to miss out on being on national TV. You're going to go to Kentucky or Duke or North Carolina. You get to play on national TV. But look at I found this interesting, though. Jalen Suggs played for Gonzaga. He was wonderful this year. But his social media following, what are the numbers on his social media? See, do you have those?
Jalen Suggs?
Yeah.
His Instagram, he's got about 456,000 followers.
Okay. So after a run in the tournament, they were going to go undefeated. We're going to win a national title. He was a great story, former quarterback in high school, and a big-time recruiter goes to Gonzaga. Who has the most followers, social media-wise, of the potential lottery picks?
Well, if you look at, we'll just say the other Jalen Green, he's got 1.2 million.
And he went to the G League.
Right. He actually has, Jalen Ramsey only has, well, not only, but has 1.1 million. So he actually has more followers than Jalen Ramsey does on Instagram.
Yeah, McLovin.
They're high school guys, right, who have gigantic followings.
Yes.
I mean, the biggest
Yes.
one, does Bronny count, or is that a different
That's
thing
different.
Yeah.
Like he inherited his father's following.
But yeah, I think Seton had a great, you don't need to go to college to get your profile up anymore.
No, you don't. And we think that you have to. Zion could have, his profile was huge when he was in high school. It's because social media, if it's Instagram or TikTok, that's what they're capitalizing on. And, these athletes, if they do go to college, they're going to be using those social media platforms to be able to make a lot of money. Yeah, McLovin.
One disappointment I had last night that I have no idea if it's even true, that the Warriors got the number 7 pick. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if the Warriors could have added a top 2 or 3 pick? Although it might have been protected because it was a trade. But that was the one team I saw last night that I was like, oh man, they could be exciting. Are they building something? They have 7 and 14, James Wiseman, Curry. You were kind of bullish on the Warriors.
Well, with Clay, I thought that they could compete for the title this year.
Can they rebuild to the point where they were at some point?
Well, you got your window. It looks like it's about 3 years with Steph. And Clay, how healthy is Clay going to be? The development of Wiseman. They had some players who stepped up with Golden State this year. And it wasn't necessarily a one-man team with Steph, but he did lead the league in scoring. Yeah, Paulie.
But then you look at the draft, there's a lot of guys we don't know. Devin Booker, no one thought he'd be a superstar. Nobody did. He was the 4th Kentucky player taken in the 2015 draft. Karl Anthony Towns, Trey Lyles.
Both Harrison brothers.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yes.
They were all taken before him.
They had, I think, 7 or 8 players who got drafted, or Booker didn't even start for Kentucky.
Right. He was a 13th overall pick.
Yeah.
Nobody had him.
But that's, Tim Legler's going to join us. If you look at the draft, nobody thought Giannis could be this good. Nobody thought Kawhi could be this good. Nobody thought the Joker could be this good. Devin Booker averaged 10 points a game at Kentucky his freshman year. Who's up top or who you think is going to be good, there's always going to be an outlier. Always. If not one, 2 or 3.